Panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just took the lean in the family. Credit cards and the scammers. Hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.
Hi guys, today we are going to show you the Sony Xperia Z3 awesome smartphone. Fast. Clean interface. I love the new Sony Z3. I've been an iPhone user since 2007 when the first one came out. So, I was skeptical switching to Android's OS. Sony has done a great job of keeping things relatively simply UI-wise. From comparing it with my friend's Nexus which runs stock Android, Sony hasn't strayed far away from stock Android. Functionally, it does everything mostly the same as a stock system with a few added touches that are well integrated. It does come with some bloatware but it's non-invasive to the user experience, other than taking up some internal memory, which is easily compensated for with a good-sized micro SD card. I can do everything, multitasking is easy, it runs smoothly. The user interface is very clean looking. It's aesthetically pleasing, well organized and doesn't look cluttered with a bunch of things. The clean looking interface is something I noticed was very different from Samsung's TouchWiz. Something I noticed when I had a chance to play around with a friend's Galaxy S5 and was deciding on a new smartphone to purchase. TouchWiz on the S5 was quite cluttered and the theme wasn't as aesthetically pleasing to me. It was more of an eyesore despite the fact that I love OLED technology and Samsung is the only one using the display tech. The theme, skin just isn't nice to look at. Sony still has a much better grasp on design and aesthetics than its Korean rival. Another plus, great images underwater. The camera is absolutely fantastic. For most, the camera could be hard to use because its auto mode may not be the best, though not bad, it could be better. In manual mode this camera outshines the iPhone for sure. I can't speak on other phone cameras but I trust Sony to put the best sensor in their phone. After all, they make almost all the sensors for iPhone and other smartphone companies. And Sony makes fantastic cameras, DSLRs and snap-and-shoots. They are also creating image sensors for medical use and their cameras are the most used in the professional filming industry. All that technology is packed into this small little smartphone camera and it works wonderfully other than the heating issue associated with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 810 chipset. In regards to the overheating issue, it isn't as bad as some make it seem. It really only shows problems when using the R modes and 4K on the camera app. Which is unfortunate because 4K is great and the R modes are quite fun to use. Overall though, it heats up just like any other phone does when it comes to multitasking, long phone calls, or running heavy apps such as games with intensive graphics and ways. But it isn't bothersome. I remember all these things would cause my iPhone to get pretty hot. So, it's not really an issue. I guess it does get a bit hotter than some other phones but I can't really blame Sony. At least they owned up to the fact that it does get hot and are trying to address the issue. Qualcomm, the maker of the chipset, won't even own up to the problem, which is affecting Sony, HTC, LG and couple other flagship models. Shame on Qualcomm for ignoring their customers. If overheating is deterring you from buying this phone, be aware that the Samsung S6 is also suffering from heating issues. Just look up Samsung S6 heating up in Google. The issue gets overlooked because Samsung is selling so many phones that Google doesn't show the bad stuff first. Just like Yelp doesn't show you the recent bad reviews of a restaurant unless refine the search to do so. HTC M9 is also heating up. This problem isn't only associated with Sony. Other than the heating issues when using the camera apps 4K mode and R mode, everything else works great and I love it. Give Sony a shot if you are looking to try Android or want to buy a new Android that isn't the usual HTC, Samsung or LG. That's it. Thank you for watching.